What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Stephen Espinoza. The boxing sports executive of Showtime states that the Wilder Ortiz pay-per-view deal did not make sense for us. Okay. He goes on, he says that we had the opportunity to distribute the pay-per-view, but the deal didn't make sense for us, told Espinoza. Obviously, we love Didnt, and we believe Wilder Ortiz will be an exciting fight, but we're not going to take risk in order to secure it. We know the boxing market has been undergoing significant change, but that's not unprecedented. Over the years, we've seen a lot of newcomers enter the sport and try to change the marketplace, but we were here before that. We will be here after that and continue to thrive, making smart, strategic choices and right times. Okay. Stephen Espinoza. As you guys can remember, let's do a rewind. It's time for me to remind you guys that, first off, wasn't it Deontay Wilder saying that he was going to be loyal to Showtime and all those other fighters that was on Showtime? Joshua and who else did he mention? Was it Joshua? It was Fury? Canelo. These guys were on Showtime before him, and they didn't stay loyal. However, he's doing so. But then yet, he's doing all this loyal following, this loyalty shit with Showtime. And Showtime, I thought at first, initially, that Fox outbid Showtime. Showtime decided we ain't fucking with this fight. So there. Showtime decides we're not going to even deal with the Wilder Ortiz rematch. We want to do things that make sense. This makes no sense for us. That means this fight holds not enough clout to put on their network, to put on pay-per-view. Why do you ask that? I agree with Stephen Espinoza, right? As much as I love Ortiz and people know I'm a fan of Ortiz, however, that fight, why would Showtime spend access money on a fight that they already put on for free? Free. Okay? On their regular network, and then turn around and put the rematch that no one asked for on pay-per-view. So they're right. They shouldn't make that. But here's the thing I'm getting at. Why would Deontay Wilder try to be loyal to Showtime when they just showed him that they don't give a fuck and not loyal to him? Right? And it gets me to believe that the whole narrative of him being loyal to Showtime, that's why he didn't take the DAZN deal, was all bullshit. Let's face it. They're showing him, yeah, you could have took that DAZN deal. You did not have to go with us because we don't believe in you like you claim you are. You're not the person that you claim to be. You're not Floyd Mayweather. You're not Manny Pacquiao. You're not Canelo Alvarez. You're none of those people. Okay? When you go on pay-per-view like you did with Tyson Fury, you stay on pay-per-view, right? He didn't do that. He didn't stay on pay-per-view. He fought Dominic Brazil, regular Showtime. Now, at that point, I think they would have put that on their network. I think Showtime would have picked that up if the Ortiz-Wilder 2 rematch was regular Showtime, because it was regular Showtime last time. So why in hell would you put something on there? Look, Stephen Espinoza is not wrong. But what I'm saying is, you guys stop pretending like you are so loyal to a particular fighter, and that fighter is so loyal to you when you know that's all BS. It just didn't make sense to you because Deontay Wilder is not what he claims and says he is. And I knew that. That's why Joshua Hearn did not want to pay this motherfucker a whole bunch of money. Skipper did. But since a person that's not accustomed to making that type of money, he's easily to turn that down because he doesn't know the business risk or the business opportunities at hand. He doesn't know about that. He doesn't know anything about that. However, other people do. Eddie Hearn knows, Team Joshua knows, and Showtime knows that he is not that guy. He bet on himself. Fox picked it up, sure, okay. A good thing they did. But what reflects the decisions that he turned down, his best bet was to take the DAZN deal. You can't sit there and say, hey, I'm betting on myself, so I think that I'm going to go with Showtime. They've been so good to me. And then Showtime turns around and says, sorry, kid, you're not worth it. That's what's happening here. This is what Stephen Espinoza says. He said this. You know? And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Obviously, we love Deontay Wilder, and we believe Wilder Ortiz will be an exciting fight. But we're not going to take the risk. That's Stephen Espinoza's thing. So loyalty don't mean dick. Right? It don't. And it's bad, man. It's one of those things that make you think, like, who made the narrative up? Was it Team Wilder? Was it Al Heyman? Was it Stephen Espinoza? Did he go along with it at the time because he thought that it was bigger fights that's in the midst? Did they think they were going to land the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua fight? Maybe they thought that at one point. Maybe they thought that the pay-per-view model would win against that streaming service that's the -- in the world, which is DAZN right now. Maybe they thought that. Maybe Stephen Espinoza thought to himself, you know what? Deontay's going to thrive. He's going to be that guy. He's going to be our guy that represents us in this particular mega fight that results in millions of pay-per-view buys. But it didn't happen. They know it didn't happen. Why? Because Joshua lost. So if Joshua lost, where the fuck does the credibility land and lie with Deontay Wilder? It doesn't. This shows you that. You don't go on pay-per-view. Pissy numbers, 325,000 pay-per-view buys. Then you turn around, go back on Showtime, and then attempt to go back on Showtime with pay-per-view, and they shut your shit down. That tells you without a shadow of a doubt, people, he fucked up. Again, I'm going to reference the words that Hasim Rahman, the last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world before Lennox Lewis took it back. He says this: Deontay Wilder is he's either a genius or a fool. As of now, Deontay Wilder's looking like a fool because he bet on a particular outcome and it didn't happen. He bet on the concept or the idea of being loyal to a network when the network wasn't the same back to him. We're seeing that he's struggling. He's struggling bad. My only question is, what happens if he gets past Ortiz? He gets past Ortiz and then he fights Fury. What happens to Deontay? I think Deontay Wilder is about to really tap out of options. Do you understand why he decided to fight Ortiz again? He wanted to show somebody something and some excitement without really taking a big risk, because he knew he couldn't go backwards. He knew he couldn't get to the point where, hey, let me show you this other fight with this other guy. There is no other guy that's supposed to be the top three. You either fight Joshua or you're out. You decided not to fight Joshua, you turned it down, and guess what? You want to redo what you've already done to think that can rekindle the things that got you where you are today, but it does not at all. And we're seeing that. But we will see more and more of that. We will see people watch it, but they ain't going to pay for it. Right? They can give a shit about Fox or Showtime or HBO, any type of pay-per-view. If they feel it's not worth watching, they're going to watch it without paying for it. That's a fact. So what Stephen Espinoza said is very interesting, You guys tell me what you think about Stephen Espinoza's comments. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.